Hartford, number 16, William Cole. On defense, number 17, Braden McDaniel. His partner on defense, number 15, Leon Butler. And for this afternoon, number 31, Lincoln Walker. We ask if you're ready now, please rise, face the flag, and move your head here to the playing of our national anthem.
Little installed in Malzac. This is white with blue colors out there. Good hit by Joe Pierce in mid-ice. Malzac has it. He's going to Chris Pierce. That's Joe. Has it back cross over Chris. He's on his feet. There's hits down. White comes out with his tits it up. Makes a little skate after it. Gets in, tries to get in front. Chris Pierce just wide of the net. Out to Joe. Joe tries to redirect out front. Good play by the defender. Hartford comes out with it. 2-on-1 comes the other way. White's trying to get back. Chris Pierce back. Back to Chris. Send it. Can't handle it. Came over the goal line. Hartford dumps the deep. One to go battle for it. Get out. Can't. Stop the blue line shot. Ball down by Liberty. Clears the zone by Malzac. Ball's going for a change. Bianco. Bradley. Terrell. Has got Bianco brought up the middle of the ice. Bianco has it on his stick. Got one man to beat. Gets taken down. Penalty coming. It's like a tripping. minutes for hooking. Pierce over to Silsby. Silsby has on stick. Shot. Go. Tip in. Oh, loose. Still loose. Covered by the goalie, I guess. Looks like it went in from here, but it's tough to tell. Malzak, Terrell, Rapley, Pierce, supposed to be shoots, do reducted by Malzak, loose out front, covered by goalie. Trying to clear, Silsby keeps it in. Moves it over to Bianco, just came back out of the ice for Malzak. Bianco dumps it deep to Terrell. Moves it out. Skates it up. Dumps it. Pierce at his feet, couldn't see it. Coming out. Big hit by Rapley. Silsby skates it up into the zone. Moves it over to Malzak coming off the bench. Skates it in. Dumps it over to Bianco. Can't get a stick on it. Little has it. Out the doors. Back to Little. Little gets it back to Doris. Back to Little. Down below to Malzak. Malzak skates around. Out to Doris. Doris dumps a Little. Bianco goes down. Shot off the goalie's pad. 17 seconds left. Out to Silsby. Back to Bianco. Tips it to Malzak. Malzak has it deep. Little Bianco front shot. Goal. Oh, saved. Loose still at his feet. Hartford trying to clear. They do. 2 seconds left. Back to full strength.
Hartford returns to full strength.
Clears the zone. Oh. Knocked down. Maggio, lob it, or rolling. Pierce on the penalty kill. Hooking for Malzak, 2 minutes. Shot up the blocker. Goes behind the net. Maggio pushes pressure. Dump it in front. Skates it back out. Good pressure by Roland. Dumps it around. Gets it at the point. To the other point. Roland pushes the pressure on the point. Shot wide. Hartford regains. Another minute 17 left. Wide again. Bulls need to clear here. Pierce puts them in the boards. Off the post. Dumps it back out to the point. Maggio tries to get it, tries to clear. Good battle over there. Pierce tries to clear, can't. Good stick by New Hartford. Backhand covered by Furman. Face off. Doris tries to clear, can't. New Hartford comes out with it. Terrell, Doris, Furman, and Rapley out there. 41 seconds left in the penalty. One timer. Deflection high and wide. Calling for it again. Shot off the pad by Furman. Shot again. Knocked down by the defender in front. One time again, whiffed on it. 17 seconds left. Pressure by New Hartford this whole 2 minutes. Blocked by Rapley. Goes up off the boards. New Hartford keeps it deep.
Move your head.
Furman blocks it with a stick. Goes behind the net.
Broome County returns the full strength.
Back to full strength. On comes Bianco. Knocked down. Loose in front. Goes to the corner. Tries to clear, but can't. Kept in, shot wide. Cole Furman comes out the pressure. Tries to get, clears it. Here you go. Going the other way. Cole Furman. Put it in the boards at the blue line. Hartford comes out with it. Pierce out there. Malzak. Back on defense. Shot wide. We got Bianco coming here on the board. Skating with it. Dumps it deep. Around to Rapley. Tries to get in front of Malzak. Chris Pierce keeps it in. Got a guy breaking out. Malzak back. Good hustle by Malzak. Good save by Furman. Another good save by Furman. That's a penalty.
Broome County penalty number 12. Lurker, Bianco. 2 minutes for cross-check.
2 minutes for Bianco on cross-checking. Mazzio comes out with it. Mazzio, White, Christian, Joe Pierce. Harper comes out with it. Got a back door. Chris Pierce in the corner. Clears it. Mazzio skating, hustling after it. Oh, good stick by White. Moves it over. Gets it in the zone. Chris Pierce tries to clear, can't. Held in by at the blue line there. Up the ref skate. Pierce clears it. It might be on net. It is. Mason Little out. Malzak. Doris. And Chris Pierce trying to kill the last 43 seconds of this penalty. Oh, Doris. Checks him in the boards. Shot. Wide. Way wide, high and wide. Good stick by Malzak. Little trying to knock it deep. Doris can send it up the boards. Took some bad hot back to Doris somehow. Like a boomerang there. Skating it up. Little's got it. Clears the zone. Hartford going for change.
Broome County returns.
High and wide. Got Bianco come out of the box. Gets it over to Little. Little skating in with it. Shot. Oh, blocked by the defender. Cole Furman down the ice. Skates by Doris. Shot. Saved by Furman. One by Terrell. Tries to get up to Bianco. Bianco clears the zone. Dumps it deep. Cole Furman skating after it. Oh, turned over, but Terrell tries to get it up to the middle to Bianco off the defender's skate. Door skating after it. Rapley out there with him. Door skates by one guy. Dumps over Bianco. Gets in the zone. Tried to keep it in. Kept in by Rapley. Back door on my breakaway a little bit. Shot. Glove save. Refurb. Lavish, Roland, Mazzio, Silsby, and McAbee out there. Back to Silsby. Looking for Roland. Passes it behind him. Hartford dumps it up the boards. McAbee has it. Over to Silsby. Back to McAbee. Gets it to Roland at mid-ice. Roland skates it in. Gets hooked. No call. Lavish put a little pressure on him. In the corner. Good stick by Lavish there. New Hartford clears it. Off Furman's stick. Places it to Silsby. Little coming out. Malzak. White. Okay, McAbee passes to nobody there. Goes behind the net. Dumps it in front. Nobody home. Malzak good stick. Malzak White going the other way. 2-on-2. Behind the net. To Pierce. Pierce, good shot. Off the goalie's stick. White's got it. Tries to get it down to Mason Little. White comes out around the front, tries to wrap around, can't get there. Dumped to the corner by New Hartford. White has it still on the stick. Tries to get it back to Pierce. Goes by Pierce. 2-on-1 going the other way. Silsby back. Off the skate. Off the skate, covered by Furman. That was still loose. Oh, up and out of play. Going back by New Hartford. Off Rapley's stick. Rapley, Pierce, Terrell, Bianco, and Joe Pierce. Terrell hits up himself, taps it forward again. Skating after it. New Hartford tries to clear Bianco there. Shot off the goalie's pad, rebound. Chris Pierce, a big hit. Oh, penalty coming up. It's like a hand pass was called there. Bianco gets put to the boards. Rapley behind the net. Moves over to Pierce, over his stick. Going the other way. Furman's coming out to play it. Dumps up out of the zone. Good stick by Terrell to get clear it. Gets over to Bianco. Bianco's going the other way. Got Rapley trailing. Joe Pierce coming down the other lane. Shot just wide. Terrell tries to keep it in. Does. Hartford trying to clear, can't. Battle with Terrell and Pierce in there for the puck. Cleared, picked off by Chris Pierce. Skates behind the net. Shot, blocked by the defender. Rapley tries to keep it in, icing coming up. Last pass, Maggio won the face off the Lavish. One-timer by Silsby, saved by the goalie. Won by Bulls again. Lavish behind the net. Loses it to the defender coming out. McAbee back, Silsby back. Maggio, Lavish, and Roland out there. McAbee puts him in the board. Good hit. Dumps it over to Maggio. Tries to tip it ahead, can't. Silsby dumps it back to McAbee. 2:55 left in the first period. Up to Maggio. Maggio settles it off Lavish's skates. Lavish skates it up, dumps it deep. Malzak coming on. Maggio keeps it in. Taken down. Penalty coming up. Here for the Bulls. Silsby, Little, White, Malzak, and Chris Pierce. 2 minutes for a trip there. Bulls trying to keep it in. Can't. Cleared out. Furman behind the net to play. Chris Pierce comes out with it. Dumps it over to Silsby. Sends it back over to Pierce. Right to White, off his stick. Icing. White. Oh, penalty coming up. Trip on White. Mark and Bianco chasing it down. Good battle there. Cole Furman keeps it in.
2 minutes for tripping.
Bianco, Terrell, Doris, and Furman. 4-on-4 for the next 53. Shot, block it away. Off the back of the net, comes out to the blue line. One timer, deflected by the defender up front. One timer, deflected high and wide. Shot, saved by Furman. Bianco has it on the stick. 20 seconds left in the penalty. Bianco just dumps it deep. Malzak out there. Joe Pierce. Good battle by Malzak. Rapley takes it mid-ice. Rapley has it. Power play for the next 41. Tries to get it out, can't. Does here, Malzak skating after it. Shot, save, Furman. Tried to clear by Pierce, can't. Right out the front, shot, blocked by Chris Pierce, right in his chest. 8 seconds left, tries to clear, can't. Blocked by Joe Pierce, 2 seconds. 1, it's the horn, 0-0 after 1, 5 seconds remain on the penalty. 5 seconds left on it. Penalty. Little, Malzak, Joe, Chris Pierce. White's coming out of the box
Broome
now.
County returns to full strength.
Good hit by Little there at the blue line. Over to Joe. Joe tries to get to White off his stick. Malzak comes out with it. Malzak one-on-one going the other way. Moves by one. Back in goal! Malzak! Little wins it back. Joe Pierce over to Chris Pierce. Dumps it deep off the goalie's
Broome
stick.
County goal scored by number 8, Brock Malaysian. Assist to number 34, Chris Pierce. That's Malaysian from Pierce.
Malazek, as they call him here. Goal from Chris Pierce. Joe Pierce sends it on the boards to Malzak. Skates it in. Sends it around. Chris Pierce pressure in the corner. Out to the point. Off his stick. Gets out of the zone. White hustling after it. Malzak hustling after it. Tries to dump it. Comes out. Joe Pierce comes out with it. Dumps it deep. Going for a change. Bianco. Terrell. Rapley. Christian. Shoots just wide. Terrell after in the corner. Dumps it deep. Tries to get it to Bianco. Bianco tied up behind the net. Terrell comes in. Tries to dump it in front. Nobody hits off the back of the net. Cleared by New Hartford. Looks like it's going to be an icing. Terrell wins it. Doris, blue line shot right into the defenders. Rapley, Terrell, Bianco, Cole Furman, and Doris back there. Good play by Terrell behind the net, heads in front, shoots it over to Rapley. Rapley shot off the goalie's mask right over the net. Oh, penalty coming up. Power play for the Bulls. White. Little. Off to Silsby. Moves it over to Chris Pierce.
2 minutes for Rush.
Sends it over to White. Back out to Silsby. Can't handle it. Turnover. Good save by Furman. Terrell, Bianco, Rapley, Silsby, Chris Pierce. Back to Silsby, to Terrell, back to Silsby. Off the defender's stick. Comes out to Bianco. Bianco dumps it deep. Silsby tries to dump it in front, nobody home. New Hartford clears. Furman behind the net to play. Well, up to Bianco at mid-ice. Over to Silsby, over to Pierce. Pierce skating it up. Tries to skate through two, can't. Bianco there. Silsby keeps it deep. New Hartford off the stick, clears the zone. Bianco chasing after it. 39 seconds left in the penalty. Off to Rapley. Pierce. Pierce skates it over the red line into the zone. New Hartford clears. 2-on-1 going the other way. Silsby's back. Good stick by Silsby, gets it out. Gets it up to Pierce. Pierce 2-on-1 to go the other way. Over to Bianco, a little bit behind. Out to blue line, Rapley shot. Oh, goal! Will Rapley, far down. Nazio, Lavish, Roland, Furman, and Doris. Hartford drops it deep, Furman after it. Lavish after it. Lavish flicks it up to Furman. Skates it back behind the net, dumps it over to Doris. Wide open back door. Saved by Furman. Saved again by Furman.
Assist. Number 24, Joe Pierce. Number 34, Chris Pierce.
Will Rapley's goal assisted by Joe and Chris Pierce, they just announced. 2-0 Bulls, 12:19 left in second. Joe back to Chris. White, Pierce, Malzak, and Little out there. New Hartford dumps it deep. Joe Pierce tries to get it over to White off his stick. Puck up in the air, Little tries to clear. Move to the middle of the ice. Try to lift the stick, couldn't get there, they dump it deep. White pressure on the board, shot, deflected by Little. I think he took that one in the stomach. Little grimace, going for a change. Rapley coming on. Pierce has it. Shot off the back of the net. Turns it over. 2-on-2 going the other way. Just dumps it in front. Goal, New Hartford. Bianco, Terrell, Rapley, Furman.
Number 16, William Holt.
Bianco with the pressure. Rapley comes to keep it in. Oh, big hit on the boards. Terrell has it. Dumps it deep to Rapley. It's at Bianco's feet. Rapley has it. Trying to get it out. He's getting held against the boards. Good stick by Bianco. Tries to get over to Terrell. Terrell has it. Back to Furman. Doris. Rapley. Rapley goes by him. Skates through that one. Bianco has it in the corner. Tries to skate behind the net. Gets hooked. No call. Off her back. Goes by Furman. Off Reed's mask. Reed Furman's mask. Cole comes out with it. Skating it. Dumps it deep. Furman chasing after it. Bianco tries to keep it in. It's at the feet. Offsides. Mazzio, Rowland, Chris, and Joe Pierce out there. 2 minutes. Cole Furman in the box. Shot wide. Skates to the corner. Out to the blue line. Shot. Goal! New Hartford. Little, White, Malzak, Joe and Chris Pierce. Shot, deflected high and wide. Cleared out of the zone. Malzak skating after it. It's a foot race. Goalie comes out to play it. Can't clear it. Tips it up, hits the ref in the back. Good stick by Little there. Keeps it in. Little has it. Tries to dump it in front. Malzak, just off a little too high.
Number 7, Joe Guard.
Back to Pierce. Pierce skates it in.
Matthew Crick.
Malzak in the corner.
Nicholas Salmon. That's the guard. Salmon.
Shot by Pierce. Deflected by the defender. Going to be icing on New Hartford. Bianco dumps to the front, tries to get redirected by Terrell, can't. Bianco has it in the corner. Up to Furman. Tipped away by New Hartford. 2-on-1 going the other way. Doris is back. 3-on-1. Shot wide. Rapley skates behind the net. Bianco dumps it back around. 8:03 left in the second. Bianco skates out with it. That's a hook. Penalty coming. Little Malzak, White, Chris Pearson, Silsby out there. Malzak steals behind the net, skates with it, dumps it to White, skates behind the net, dumps it in front. Little goes down with a stick by the other player out to Pierce. Pierce has it at the point, over to Silsby. Tried to shoot, redirected, just wide. White tries to dump it in front, nobody home. Penalty coming up on Malzak. Bianco, Chris and Joe Pierce out there, 4-on-3.
Crew counting penalties to number 8, Rock Malaysia. 2 minutes for tripping. Also, crew
out to Bianco. Bianco
2 minutes
getting away with it. Shot
roughing.
just wide. Tripping on Malzak and roughing on White. Four on three for the next 53 seconds. Good block by Joe Pierce there. Tries to get it up the defender's stick. Bianco's going for a change. Mazzio coming on. Off Furman's glove, loose. Tries to clear it out, can't. One timer. Try to get it out, still can't. Shot off the blocker. 7 seconds, then we're going 5 on 3 for the next 30. Try to clear it, can't. Shot off the blocker, up in the air. Behind the net, big hit by Pierce. 5 on 3 for the next 23 seconds here. Saved by Furman. Pierce has got to get it out. Does, clears the zone at least. 13 seconds.
Crew counter return
Back to full strength. Pierce tries to get to Malzak. No way. Malzak and White hustle after it. Dumps it back to Malzak, got Little in front. Tries to get it to Pierce. Over to Doris. Doris shot. Glove save. Bulls keep it in. Doris, White, Little, Malzak, and Furman. Backhand behind the net. Doors clears it out. Let's put it in the boards. Herman up the doors. A little too far. Elzak has it. White. White skating it out. Jumps it deep. Bianco on the ice. White has it. Shot. Oh, off the post. And the save. Terrell, Rapley, Bianco, Silsby, and McAbee. Good stick by Terrell. Knocks that one away. Silsby goes over Terrell. Pokes it back to Terrell. Over to Silsby. Gets it to Bianco. Over to Rapley, just off his stick. Terrell's there. Picked it. Dumps it deep. Takes a weird hop off the board. And Hartford gets it up. Over to Silsby. McAbee tries to get it to Bianco. Dumps it deep on net. Rapley with pressure behind the net. Good stick by McAbee. Dumps it deep behind the net. Silsby has it. Off the boards to Bianco. Bianco's wide open. Going towards the net. Shot off the pad. Nobody there for the rebound. They dump it deep. Silsby dumps it deep. Rolling, Lavish, Mazio. Off the back of the net. McAbee to nobody. Shot blocked by Roland. Lavish comes out with it. Lavish skating it up. Moves it over to Silsby. Silsby has it. Shot off the deep end of shin pad. Good stick by Lavish. Out to McAbee. McAbee dumps it deep. Roland and Mazio after it. Hartford tries to clear. Right out to Silsby at the point. Shoots in front. Oh, just redirected wide. Roland. Turns it over. And Hartford turns it over to Mazio. Mazio keeps it in. Got Roland out front. Skates behind the net. Backhand. Wide. Lavish against the boards. Out to McAbee. Over to Lavish. Silsby, the blue line. Shot. Block. Oh, right to Mazio. Mazio. Oh, wide open net. Little high. McAbee dumps it deep. Lavish. Stick by Roland. Knocks it loose. 2-on-2 going the other way. Lavish hustling back. McAbee over to Silsby. Oh, jumps over his stick. Comes out of the point. Lavish putting pressure on. McAbee has it. Moves it to Silsby. Gets it to Mazio at mid-ice. Mazio dumps it deep. Malzak chases. Malzak chasing after it. Little on the ice. White, Joe, and Chris Pierce. Little has it. It's Chris. Shot. Block. Goalie sprawls out, saves it. Pushing from behind. Pole's trying to keep it in. Joe Pierce comes up. Can't keep it in. Going back the other way. Hartford dumps it deep. 19 seconds left. Chris skates it up. Shot just wide. Malzak there. Dumps out to Joe. Joe, shot way high and wide. Up in the netting. Little wins the draw. He's behind the net, dumps it in front, nobody home. 2-2 after 2. Little, Malzak, White, Chris and Joe Pierce. Little wins the faceoff. Good day in the center circle for Little today with his faceoff. Tripped away by Joe Pierce. Tripping on Pierce. Maccabee comes out with Malzak, Little, and Chris Pierce to kill this penalty.
2 minutes for tripping.
Good stick by Reed Furman at the back door. Moves in front. Good stick trying to clear. Can't at the feet. Out to the point. Shot. Like wide by Pierce. Maccabee pressure in the corner. Maccabee on the stick, tries to get it out. Can't. Malzak can't. Little on the stick, sends it deep. Cleared by Little. Malzak and Little going off. Terrell and Rapley on the ice. Turn over at the blue line. Rapley dumps it deep again. Good pressure by Terrell. Just missed that one. Lifts the stick, Rapley does. Hartford skates it in. Chris Pierce meets him there. Rapley sends it around the boards. Takes a weird hop. Dumps it opposite. Good pressure by Terrell. Good stick by Terrell. Shot. Furman. Save. .31 seconds left. Terrell, Rapley, Furman, Doris. Right out front. Back to the corner. At the feet. Rapley can't get it on stick. Shot. Deflected by Rapley. 5 seconds left. Try to clear, can't.
Green County returns to full strength.
Bianco out on the ice. Hartford back to the point, dumps it back deep. Can't get it out. Good lift by Bianco. Tries to get it out, clear, can't. Kept in by New Hartford. Shot, Furman save. Bianco trying to skate it out. Can't. Clears the zone. Icing. Lavish, Roland, Silsby, and Maccabee. Silsby moves over. Maccabee, pressure in the corner. Roland. Over to Silsby. Silsby up to Mazzio. Met at the red line. Lavish, Maccabee. Maccabee dumps ahead. Roland. Roland skates it in. Over to Lavish. Dumps it in front, off the goalie stick. Rolling has behind the net. Coming back the other way. McAfee puts him in the board. Mazio skates with it. McAfee skates it up. Lobbus right in front. Can't get it to him. Shot, high, wide. Silsby has it. Moves over to Lobbus. Just out of the reach a little bit. Back behind the net. Over to McAfee. Over to Malzak. Tries to get to Malzak. Whoever dumps it deep. McAfee after it. Silsby, back to McAfee. Dumps it to White. Oh, just missed a good play by the Hartford defender there. Shot, Furman, off the blocker. Tristan White after it. Little, Malzak, McAfee, Silsby, and White out there. Good hit by Little. Silsby has it. Over to White. White, no call. Little put pressure on. No White. Furman plays it. Joe Pierce behind the net. Blocked by Little. Malzak in the corner. Silsby has it. Lifts over to Pierce. Pierce tries to clear it way down the ice. Icing. Bianco comes out with it. Terrell ties him up the circle. Rapley. Dumps it deep by Bianco. Rapley chase. Rapley dumps back around. Joe Pierce comes up. Tipped over the stick. Rapley chasing after it. Dumps it back to Joe. Over to Chris. To Joe. To Rapley, off his stick. Can't handle it. Rapley dumps it deep. Bianco chasing. Terrell chasing. Put stick by Pierce, yeah. Skates it in, shot. Off the pad. Skating back the other way. Bianco back. Off Furman's mask, out of play. Mazio, Bobish, rolling. Furman, Doris. Furman tries to clear, can't. Dumps it deep. Right out front. Whiff, Doris misses it. Right in front of the net. Bobish, hustling in the corner. Kicks it forward. Out to the point. Shot. Whiff. Furman. Covered. Safe. Tries to tip it up to Furman. It's under his skate. Furman comes out with it. Doris. Back to Furman. To Roland at mid-ice. Up to Mazzio. Just out of reach. Good lift by Furman there. Furman dumps it deep. Good stick by Lavish. Off the side of the net. Lavish dumps it back to Doris. Tries to get it to Roland. Roland has it mid-ice. Shot off the blocker. Still loose. Loses his blocker. Little. Shot wide. Little. Melzak. White. Going Chris Pierce. Chipped ahead. Little chasing after it. Beats him to it. Can't keep control. Player down. Little wins it back to Pierce. Pierce shot off the goalie's glove. Sending it around. White. Malzak chasing after it. Malzak comes out with it. Tries to get it over to Joe Pierce. Out of the zone. Moves it back to Chris. Joe. To Mason. Little skating it in. Dumps it deep. White chasing after it. Keeps it in. Chris steps up. Shot. Wide. Trying to keep it in. Joe's got to chase after it. Pierce off his stick. Defender comes through. Try to clear. Shot. High, wide. Malzak tries to skate out with it. Clears the zone. At the ref's feet. Over to White. A little. Joe has it. Moves it to Chris. Pierce. Over to Malzak. Turns over to Blue on Trell. Joe Pierce go after it. Bianco's off the bench on the ice. And Rapley. Back to Joe. Moves it to Trell. Trell skates it back. Chris Pierce. Tries to get it to Bianco. Turn it over. Joe Pierce skates in the zone. Ooh, off the glove. The goalie. Shot. Herman. Save. Rolling. Tripped up as he's trying to skate out. Little wins a draw. Malzak back to Silsby. Silsby shot. Redirected by. Off and in. Malzak and Little. Little wins face off again. Back to Joe Pierce, over to Chris Pierce.
Broken goal scored, number 9, Rocco Silsby. Assist to number 8, Brock Blazek. And number 10, Mason Little. That's Silsby from Blazek and Little.
Pierce dumps it deep. White, Bianco, Malzak, Joe and Chris Pierce. 5.5 left. Malzak has it. Mid-ice. Skates it up. Goes by one. Tries to get it back in. Can't. Gets put into the post. And that's off. Whistle blown. Shot deflected. Bianco in the corner. Turns it over. New Hartford skating out with it. Doris and Furman back. Terrell put pressure at the point. Deflected wide by Rapley. Down below the net. Deflected, saved by Furman. Good stick by Terrell. Tries to get it out of the zone, does. Mazzio coming on. Turned over. Rapley tries to keep it deep, does. Mazzio rolling. Lavish, Doris, Joe Pierce. Played behind by Furman. Up to Doris, to Lavish. Tries to get it ahead to Mazzio. A little flick there. Rolling, lift, with the stick lifted. Joe Pierce dumps it deep. Pressure by Lavish. Tries to keep it in. Can't. Dumps it deep. Out to the red line, shot over the net, deep. Oh, Pierce gets hit. Rolling, dumps it. Likes it. Joe Pierce up to White, skates it, dumps it over to Malzak. Malzak skates in the zone. Little coming down the middle. Up to the point, Chris Pierce shot. Glove save. Pierce tries to keep it in, can't. Joe Pierce, good stick at the mid-ice, dumps it deep. 2:55 left in the third with one goal lead. Pierce keeps it in again. Hartford dumps it, Chris Pierce after it. Hartford dumps it deep. Joe Pierce. Chris Pierce comes out with it. Tries to dump it up. Nobody home. Chris moves over to just out of the reach of Malzak. Terrell. Bianco. Rapley. Chris and Joe Pierce. Rapley tips it ahead. Skates behind the net. You got Terrell right out front. Can't handle it. Hartford breaks out. Chris Pierce back. Terrell coming back. Rapley coming back to help out. Dumps in front. Shot off the back of the net. Terrell has it. Bianco plays it. Out to mid-ice. 1:35 left. Blocked. Bad save by Furman. Goalie's creeping out of the crease. Sent down. No ice. Goalie's going to the bench, pulling the goalie with 1:03 left.
1 minute remaining in the game.
Empty net. Pierce has it. It's at his feet, gets it out of the zone. White chases after it. It's a foot race. New Hartford tries to clear it, can't. Malzak has it at the blue line, skates by one guy. White has it in the corner. Furman and Doris back. Little and Malzak coming back. 4-on-3. Locked down by Furman. 25 seconds left. Moves it over. Shot. It's blocked. Goal! New Hartford. At the feet, Terrell comes out with it. McAbee backhands it into the zone. Terrell, Rapley, Bianco, Silsby. End of the third.
We will now have a 5-minute overtime.
5-minute overtime period. Terrell wins face-off. Bianco, Chris to Joe Pierce. Oh, hit from behind on Rapley. No call. Stick by Pierce. Put into the boards. Rapley chasing after it. Tries to jump in front to Terrell. His stick tied up. Rubber tries to clear, can't. Joe Pierce dumps in front of the goalie stick. Bianco out to Pierce. Pierce shot off the pad. Good stick by Bianco. Pierce keeps it in. Out of the reach of Terrell. Dumps it up, Rapley. Tries to keep it in, it does, it's at his feet. Bianco dumps it deep. Terrell comes out with it. Tries to dump it down to Bianco. Bianco gets hit from behind, no call again. Off to Pierce. Pierce shot. Wide. Comes it back down. Bianco. Lifts in the front. Goalie off his glove. Chris comes through, skates through. Shot redirected. Goal! Dylan Terrell, the game winner from Chris Pierce. 4-3 win in overtime.